Hi everyone. Today we are going to be looking at how you can enter grades and make those grades public using the Chrome application of Plus Portals and Gradebook. So I'm going to start right at the beginning by logging in, and I'll take you from the portal to the gradebook. I'm going to enter in some pseudo grades just to my homeroom class, simply because I don't think anyone's really going to check there. So I've gone into Plus Portals and I've come over to Homeroom, and I'm going to be opening up the Gradebook HTML beta from Homeroom. Now this is one way to get to any of your gradebooks for any of your classes. You could also grade a gradebook up here, but I tend to go down here, and that's just as easy. So you saw that I chose the HTML beta, which is the Chrome version. It's not the Silverlight version, as we will be moving to the Chrome version in the future, so this will be helpful. So one of the things I'm going to be doing is I first need to add a column. So I'm going to go ahead and add a column to Homeroom, and we'll just call it a sample test. Okay, I'll put it in as a quiz since that's already what's selected. There'll be other tutorials on how to weight your columns and your categories, so you'll find that in another session. But we'll say it was worth 100 points. Today's date. Now here's the spot where I can count it in the average. So if this is a grade that's supposed to count, I'd want it to count. And if I wanted it to be homework, maybe this is something I'm not going to enter yet, but I'm just going to create it right now and then later on put the grades in. I could put it in as homework now, straight from here, and it would show up on Plus Portals if you use Plus Portals as a homework posting site as well. And last but not least, this is where I would share it. I would make it public to both the students and their parents. Okay? I'm not going to make it public right now because I'll show you what you can do if you are someone who chooses to make the grades public at a later date. So I'll leave this unchecked for right now. So let's create this column. Now here it's giving me that warning. It's private, but it counts in averages. So, how long I want to wait before I decide to make this public is a consideration. Maybe I don't want to have it count in averages, but you can see the little warning that it's giving you about having something count without making it public. The average that parents and students see is always live, whether or not you allow them to see the grade. So that's something to consider, that they can always see the updated average even if they cannot see the updated columns of grades that you've been entering. Okay? So I'm going to just click yes since this is just a sample. And here we go. Here's my notification on the beta version, the Chrome version, that it's not public. It's sample test. I didn't give it a description, though the descriptions are nice to fill in because they actually do show quite a bit on the student parent end of the portal, so that's pretty helpful. But I'm going to just start entering grades. So I just clicked it with my mouse, and on my keyboard I can start typing in, and all I'm doing is typing and hitting enter as I go down. And I'm just literally, for this purpose, I'm making the grades up as I go. Someone got extra bonus points, and that's okay. I'm just picking all the different numbers on the keyboard. Now, one of the things that I tend to find is that when you get to the bottom of a row, if I type, you'll notice I'm at the bottom of the row, and I hit enter, I don't see her grade coming up, right? And that wasn't what I remember typing before. So now this is one of the many things that I've typed. So when I get to the bottom of a row, because it starts to get a little confusing, let's say she got that grade. Now it's starting to fill stuff in if she gets a 90. I'll click off of it rather than hit enter because I do find that to be a little bit of a glitch, that it doesn't seem to respond well if I get to the bottom of the row and I just hit enter on my keyboard. So as soon as I type the number in, I just click off of it with my mouse, and it seems to avoid that problem that I've noticed, at least when entering my grades. So that is just the basic column entry of how to enter grades using Chrome Beta. But now remember, you still have it counting it out. I still have it counting in averages, but I haven't shown it. So I can simply click right up here, and by doing that, I'm going to make it public. Okay, so it'll do its little magic. Now it's public. All right, so that one is all set at this point, and I'm pretty good to go.